Hello everyone. So today we are going to learn about a poem, How to Tell Wild Animals. This poem is in syllabus class 10 CBSE from the first flight book. It is written by Carolyn and she has this humorous way of telling us how to identify wild animals. The title says How to Tell Wild Animals. Now here tell doesn't mean speak, it means how to identify. So we will go through the explanation, each stanza, and we will also look at the literary devices used by the poet. First stanza. If ever you should go by chance to jungles in the east, and if there should to you advance a large and tawny beast, if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. Now the poet says that if ever you should go by chance, if ever by chance you get to go to the jungles in the east. Now, East, since she's from America, she's talking about the subcontinent, Asian subcontinent. She says, if ever you should go, if you get a chance, by chance, if you go to the jungles in the East, and if there should to you advance, and if advance here means approach, okay, moving towards you, and if you see moving towards you a large and tawny beast, a huge and tawny. Now, tawny is a color that is yellowish brown color, that the color of lion. So she says, if you see a beast that is advancing, that is moving towards you, which is large and yellowish brown in color. And then she says, if he roars at you as you are dying, you will know it is the Asian lion. So she says that if the animal is roaring at you as you are dying, you're dying as in, of course, because it's a wild animal, it attacks you, and he roars along with that when you're dying. So that is when you know that it is the Asian lion. So this is a humorous touch that the poet has given, and she says that to identify the Asian lion, you have to experience dying. That when you're dying and the lion roars, which is a beast that is yellowish brown in color and large, so that is the way you will know that it is the Asian lion. In the second stanza, she says, or if sometime when roaming round, a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if he eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. Now we see that the humor continues in the second stanza. Now she is telling us how to identify a Bengal tiger, right? So if we are still in Asia, the Asian subcontinent. So he says, or if you come across when roaming around. Now round here, there you see it is not the round as a shape, it is roaming around, and that is on purpose that the poet has left it there. We'll come to the literary devices, explanation of literary devices, and we'll see why the A is missing there. So she says, when roaming around, a noble wild beast greets you. And this time, if you find a beast that is noble, that is wild yet noble, and he greets you, right? So the tiger has been called noble here since it is the national animal of India. So when you're roaming around and if you find a noble wild beast that greets you, now greets actually doesn't mean greeting, it means that you come across a noble wild beast that has black stripes on a yellow ground. So of course the color of a tiger, that it has black stripes on the yellow background. Just notice if he eats you. So notice if he's going to eat you. Now that is again exaggeration. Okay, one cannot notice the beast while the beast is having his own feast. So this simple rule may help you learn the Bengal. So she says this is a simple rule. No, this is again the humor there, humor speaking, that this is the simple rule that when such a noble beast which has black stripes on a yellow ground, and when he is eating you, and that is the time you notice. So that she says is a simple rule that will help you learn that it is the Bengal tiger. So Bengal tiger to discern means to recognize, to identify. Now in the next stanza, there's a description of a leopard. So she says, if strolling forth a beast you view, so you are going ahead, you're walking, strolling ahead, and there you see a beast whose hide is skin here. So whose hide with spots is peppered. So leopard has skin that has spots. Yes, yellowish white skin that has black spots. So it looks like as if the skin is peppered when you sprinkle pepper on something. So she says, whose hide with spots, whose hide with spots is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you. So now the spelling of leapt is also changed here. He says, as soon as this leopard has leapt on you, as soon as he jumps, leaps on you, you will know that it is a leopard. 'Twill do no good to roar with pain. He says further that it is of no use if you cry out with pain. He'll only leap and leap again. Again, the change of spelling there. He said, even if you keep roaring or crying out with pain, the leopard will leap and leap again. The next animal she describes is a bear. She continues, she says, if when you're walking around your yard, now this time she says you don't even have to go to the jungle. Maybe around your yard, yard is the surrounding area of your house. Maybe you're walking around there and you meet a creature there. And there, if you come across a creature who hugs you very, very hard. Now, bears are known to give very tight hugs which can kill a person or, say, enemy or animal. That if you find this creature walking around in your yard and he gives you a very, very hard hug, then you can be sure that it is a bear. So again, the humor trickles in there in that stanza. She says that if the animal is giving you a very hard hug, that is when you know that it's a bear. Of course, you can recognize a bear from far away, but she is trying to tell us the features, the characteristics, the traits of the animal, that the bear hugs so hard that that is when you know that it is a bear. Then further she says, if you have any doubts, I guess, and she says, if you have any doubts, I guess he'll give you just one more caress. Now, caressing is a gentle touch, say touching fondly, touching your skin as mothers touch fondly the cheeks of their children. So he says, if you have any doubts, still if you have doubts after the very, very hard hug, then the bear is already there to give you one more caress. Now, of course, now the bear will not touch you gently. When it touches, you'll have scratches on your face. That is the way the poet says, as hugging and caressing are characteristics of the bear, but it harms you. Okay, so the caress here has the opposite meaning. The next stanza, though to distinguish beasts of prey, a novice might nonplus, the crocodile you always may tell from hyena thus. Hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. Now, this stanza has a description of two animals here. Poet says that to differentiate between, distinguishing, to find the difference between the beasts of prey, that is, wild animals, carnivore animals, which hunt. So, beasts of prey. A novice might nonplus. A novice is a person or someone who is new to something. So, she says for a new person, it might be confusing. A novice might nonplus. Nonplus is confused to distinguish between the animals of prey. So she's giving a hint here. She says the crocodile you always may, even if one gets confused between a crocodile and a hyena, one may always tell, may differentiate a hyena from crocodile. And how is that? He says hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. So she says that hyenas are animal whose bark sound like human laughter, right? So see the difference between hyena, a creature that comes with merry smiles. So here, a creature that comes with merry smiles is hyena, and the creature that weeps, that cries, is crocodile. Now this comparison of weeping crocodile comes from the saying shedding crocodile tears, that is crying for no reason. There is a reason behind that. Actually, crocodiles' lacrimal glands are super active. So she says, so the one creature that cries, that weeps, is the crocodile. That is how you recognize. The next creature in line is chameleon. The true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all, and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, 'tis the chameleon you see. Now, the characteristic trait of chameleon to camouflage has been brought out here. She says that a true chameleon is actually a small creature which looks like a lizard, a house lizard. It does not have any ears, it has no ears at all, and does not have any wings. But then, how do you recognize it? She says, if there is nothing on the tree, it is a chameleon you see. That means the chameleon has the quality to camouflage itself as per the surroundings, so much so that you feel there is nothing in that place, whereas there is actually a chameleon sitting there. So she says, if there is nothing on the tree, you feel that there is nothing sitting on the tree, there is actually a chameleon there. It is the chameleon you see. So we're done with the explanation of the poem. The literary devices of this poem will be done in another video, in the following video, of course. So stay tuned and subscribe to the channel. So you'll find the explanation of almost all the chapters and poems here, including grammar, that are in syllabus for 10th CBSE board, English language and literature. Thank you.